Welcome back everybody to KENAN TV. Conor McGregor's return at UFC 246 was really something very special. From the lead up to the fight, to his walkout, and to his performance itself, everything before and after was perfectly executed for McGregor, and it was exactly what he needed. Coming off of a horrible 2019 and an even worse 2018, Conor McGregor's journey to get back to the top of the game was seemingly very bleak. He was being outcasted by the very own crowd that once brought him to the peak of the mountain. So, when he was defeated at the hands of Khabib Nurmagomedov and lost everything that he once had, Conor McGregor realized that he had to build himself back up, and especially in the year of 2019, he tried to come back in July during the summer, but he ended up breaking his hand, so his return was postponed as well. However though, a true change in Conor McGregor didn't really occur up until when the bar incident occurred, and from there, Conor McGregor had completely lost the majority of his fans. Everybody turned on him, and he simply had to realize that right now, the only thing that he can do is what made him great. Go out there and perform. Be Mystic Mac once again. Inspire once again. And for him to come back against the fan favorite Cowboy Donald Cerrone and show him respect before the fight, which was very uncharacteristic of him, especially before the fight. Usually when Conor McGregor shows respect to his opponents, it's when everything is said and done and the fight is over. Then you will see Conor McGregor praise his opponents all the time.
In the ring, he was humble. You know, Dustin is a good kid. I had no ill feelings towards Dustin. It was weird to me that he was like, I've never hated a guy as much as I hate this guy. To me, that is weird. I cannot hate the man that has the same dreams as me. And, you know, I have no emotion to them at the end of the day. I am on my journey, and I have nothing but respect for these competitors. Make no mistake, I am cocky in prediction. I am confident in preparation, but I am always humble in victory or defeat.
Going into the fight against Cerrone, he was already talking about his very impressive head kick record, most wins in UFC as well, and almost his 50 fights in his professional career as well. So for me, when I saw that, I believe that was the most natural for Conor McGregor to behave. If he were to go in there and all of a sudden talk trash about something that he said 5 years ago, like he said that he thought that the 155-pound division was stuck in the mud and that Donald Cerrone was as stiff as a board. If he were to follow up on that and continue the trash talking 5 years later, it would feel very superficial and very forced. The way that Conor McGregor approached it was very, I would say, very open and very honest and very personal. We saw a glimpse at how Conor McGregor really felt towards his opponent, Cowboy Donald Cerrone, and really it displayed the mindset that he was in. His mindset being very much so focused on the goal and not so much on the hype, on the build-up. And at this point of Conor McGregor's career, he doesn't really have to play into the crowd or play into the cameras and really go after his opponents. Conor McGregor is virtually as popular as he can get. I mean, I don't really believe Conor McGregor can get any more popular than he already is. So for him to really just calm it down a little bit and be the professional man that he is was the right thing to do. However though, there is a time for showing respect and appreciation towards your opponent and then getting really serious. We saw this at the press conference when Conor McGregor and Cowboy Cerrone were complimenting one another. However though, when it was time to face off, it was very clear that Cowboy Cerrone was a bit too friendly. You saw that in his way of approaching the face-off. And then when you took a look at Conor McGregor, he was fired up, but yet still very calm. He was just focused on the job and getting it done. And these two's body language right here is, I believe, very explanatory of how they like to fight as well. Cowboy Cerrone is a very chill guy. The way this translates to his fighting style is that in the first couple of rounds he will try to, slowly get into the groove. He's very laid back in that sense. And then when you take a look over to Conor McGregor, he's fired up, ready to just hunt and finish the opponent. And that is exactly how he likes to fight as well, and that is exactly what happened in the fight itself. Now pay close attention how Conor McGregor enters the Octagon. Gon is the very brash and flamboyant way of entering the Octagon with his billionaire strut, and he's back to his roots of first bowing to the Octagon and then circling around the ring. However, this time around, he went ahead and bumped Cowboy Cerrone's fist. I don't really think I can recall any fight where Conor McGregor did this, and I believe this is why Conor McGregor is such a very successful fighter. He doesn't really get caught up in everything that he said before the fight And so when it is time to go, he completely just flips the switch and he goes. Everything that he said before, it doesn't matter. In that moment, he's very calm. His mind is empty and he's just focused on the job. And the way that this man fights is like a lion waiting to be unchained and uncaged. And so when the fight started off, immediately, I believe this is the fastest Conor McGregor has ever opened up and punched in his entire career. Maybe the Chap Mendes rushing forward and spinning back kick to the body could be a number 2 to this opening. I mean, the way that he launched into the left hand alone, it completely had his entire body into the shot, and he was airborne for just a second as well. He misses the left hand, but he was just so committed to the shot that his left knee or his thigh just ran into Cerrone as well, and that was actually a shot that landed. And every attack that followed it had just very mean intentions. Even the shoulder bumps. I mean, who really threw shoulder bumps like that before in the Octagon? Even in those shoulder bumps, Conor McGregor went 100% into it as well, and he never wasted an opening to attack. And before you even knew it, Conor McGregor landed a crashing left high kick that sent Cowboy Cerrone down and out. The most impressive thing that happened in the fight is, I believe, just us being shown the skills of Conor McGregor one more time. Because like Conor McGregor said, it is a very forgetful business and people forget. So for Conor to come back and remind us of those skills and only focus on getting the job done and then getting the job done actually in just 40 seconds was just the most important and the most impressive thing Conor McGregor could have ever done. There was really nothing that Conor McGregor could have said that he didn't say before. So what really would have been the point if Conor McGregor trash talked Cerrone or not? And it is really blown out of proportion to what extent Conor McGregor trash talks in. I think Conor McGregor is more self-motivating and just exudes motivation more than he just talks trash to his opponents. And you really couldn't blame people for expecting him to talk trash, because we have already seen him in such a bad light over the last 2 years that we kind of already forgot those motivational quotes and inspirational performances from him. So when he returned to that form of just focusing on himself and motivating the people around him and then doing the job that he set out to do, was exactly what people enjoyed from him. That is what people identified with when they saw Conor McGregor.
Hard work pays, you know what I mean? I'm no different than I was before. I just was committed and worked hard, and we are all equal, I feel, you know. It's the work you're willing to put in.
And that was why he also had such a strong fan base. And with this performance and the way he acted before and after the fight, I believe he did those fans and those people justice. And I believe he will continue to do so up until the end of his career. And right now, the future seems to be very bright for Conor McGregor. It is crazy how one great performance and one fight can remind people of who Conor McGregor was. And just 2 years ago, or even 1 year ago, the critics couldn't even put Conor McGregor in a top fight, right? And now all of a sudden, all those top fights and all those top fighters, they want to be connected with Conor McGregor. Even those fighters who once said that they didn't need Conor McGregor, now are front row sitting, wanting to fight Conor McGregor. And now all the eyes and all the attention has one more time returned to Conor McGregor, and it feels good for Conor McGregor, I assume. From being an outcast to being the one who the light is casted on must be something that he planned on, and for him to achieve and complete those plans, it must be feeling very satisfying for himself. However, though, the job is not done and he has to continue doing what he set out to do. The McGregor fight season is still ongoing, and we will see who the opponent is. Now for now, I believe the only opponent that in the end truly matters is him fighting Khabib Nurmagomedov. Everybody in between is just a build up to that. And for now, I wish Conor McGregor the best of health and all of his opponents the best of health. And let us see what Conor McGregor has in store for us, because the performance he displayed at UFC 246 was simply breathtaking. The man was a new and improved version of himself, and I'm thrilled to see more of it. Whoever Conor McGregor's next opponent may be, I'm fairly certain that Conor McGregor will show us exactly why he is the champ. However though, as I like to say, in the end, only time will tell what will truly happen. For now, I have been Kenan from KENAN KTV, signing off. Later.